Hi everyone, Zakaria Tber here. I'm going to show you how to draw my favorite Marvel character. Now you might be asking me, what's your favorite Marvel character? It's not Iron Man. It's not the Hulk. It's not Wolverine. But the Amazing Spider-Man. Now there's a lot of different kinds of Spider-Man. There's a lot of iterations of them. There's Iron Spider, there's Spider-Hulk, there's the Black Suit Spider-Man. I'm going to be drawing the one you all know and love, the Amazing Spider-Man. I like to draw Spider-Man with big eyes, almost like goggles, almost spider-like. My inspiration comes from Mark Bagley's Ultimate Spider-Man and Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man from the 1980s. Now, without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so you want to start with the top of his head. And leave room for the ears. It's a very Todd McFarlane thing to do. Give him a powerful jawline. Most superheroes, if you notice, will have a powerful jawline. It's like most models. Now you have to make sure both sides of the head meet, or else you're going to have a very lopsided head. And I recommend going in strokes like this, as if it's a paintbrush. Okay, so now that we have the outline, we want to go over it with marker. But wait, not yet. First we have to make all the characteristics of his face. Let's take a look at this. Now see what I did here? I'm going to have to erase his ear now because his eye wouldn't go right to his ear, right? So I'm just going to make this a straight line. A lot of things when you're drawing are fixable, so I can just make this his cheekbone. Right? Because understanding there's actually a person under the mask. A lot of people, when they used to draw Spider-Man, they used to just make it a circular head as if there wasn't really a person underneath it, but that's no way to do it. It's not realistic. Personally, I like the Tobey Maguire costumes better than any of the new stuff they had. Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland. Just doesn't do it for me. Alright, and then I probably should mention that Mark Bagley used to outline the eyes in green during Ultimate Spider-Man series. That's what you probably saw when you were a kid, searching through those comic book stores. I actually had the chance to meet Mark Bagley, and I gotta say, I wasn't too impressed. You know what they say, never meet your heroes, right? The webbing is the hardest part for most people. That's why you see a lot of kids just drawing a grid on his face. That's no way to do it. You gotta understand where the web comes from. It goes upside down as you get to the top of the mask, and then it goes, I guess, upside forward as you get to the bottom. Or whatever that's called. Let's develop this technique over the years. Has to be 100% symmetrical, both sides of the mask. Because if you really look at it, the costume's brilliantly done. And actually in the Tobey Maguire movie, when they made the webs, it was made separately, independent of the costume. Alright, so now that that's done, you want to go over your penciling with a marker. This will add a lot of contrast to the picture. So you want to make sure to go over your picture with marker. But you want to make sure to get all the right lines, because there's no going back once you add ink. getting the sides here. And I usually, even if I'm going to add color, I usually leave the inside of the eyes white. A lot of people like to add a yellowish, greenish tinge to it. It's not my style. Now, I remind you, this is all freehand. This is years and years of drawing your webhead. Now, if this was Superman or Batman, this would be a different story. But I gotta tell you, I do a mean Superman logo. Alright, so back to the weaving of the web. There's a lot of, on YouTube, you'll find a lot of videos that teach you how to draw anything, not even just Spider-Man. But at the end of the day, you gotta find what works for you. A lot of people will tell you not to do this freehand, they'll tell you to draw, make an outline first, but that's never been how I do it. People are trying to sell you a formula, oh, that's not true. What a web we weave when we set out to deceive, am I right? Alright. You gotta add your finishing touch, and you are good to go. There is the Amazing Spider-Man.